and he does not have them.
I will fight you for this.
Sure.
I would like to
As
spend all of my fresh, short rest hit points to engage in Mortal Kombat.
Hello and welcome to Funky Quest. This is Funky Games Online Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign, playing Dungeons of Drakkenheim, written and published by the Dungeon Dudes. My name is Dan, aka Dandy Dungeon Master, aka the Big DM. I'll be running tonight's game, and I'm joined by the rest of the Funky roster.
I'm Matt. I'm playing Farron, the Asamar Way of Mercy monk. And yeah, not real much is happening besides potential contamination that I'm hoping to fix. And that's all Farron's got going on.
I am Stephen, aka Ireland, playing Bulk, the artificer. And I have my Millibot now, so everything is a Gucci gang, and prepare for a lot of fake health to go through this round.
I'm Taylor, aka Diedrich Steelbelly. I am a giant turned into goblin who likes to smush things. And I am a barbarian way of the totem.
And I am Dan, aka Danielus, the half-elf ranger, with my trusty steed Barkus.
Very good. If this is your first time on the channel, we are Funky Games, avid gamers, retro and modern. We post videos a few times a week, single player playthroughs or multiplayer hijinks, or just general gaming, pop culture, nerd content. Steven, any other plugs?
Make sure you go to the Funky store, funky.store. They got some merch. Look at Dandy Savage, Big DM. He's rocking the merch. I'm rocking the merch. There's merch for the boys. Yeah, that's why you got to go out and get it. Funky.store. That's where the t-shirts are. It's Thick Boy Summers. It's hot. You want a new shirt to sweat through. It's nice. It's made of cotton, so it doesn't do bad things to your skin. It's made in St. Louis. You should check it out. Funky.store.
Indeed. This actually is a low-key, very comfortable shirt. And whoever keeps starting my music, chill, brother. Please, please. All right, gentlemen, let's get into it. First, with an update on the kill counter. We've got Farron and Dietrich are actually tied at the top with 9. Danielus is storming back. He's got 5. Barkus is so prolific. I actually got him in here. He's got 3 kills. And Bulk is at the bottom with 3. So we'll see.
Me and
how
Burke
he
is big
does.
chilling.
Indeed. My favorite quote from last session. It's close. It's not less of a favorite quote. It's more of just favorite moments. All of the horrendous rolls and the contested rolls. There was Diedrich trying to tackle Bulk. That was just incredible. Diedrich trying to tackle Sir Landry. That was also incredible. And of course, there was another goldenrod mention, Maximus Goldenrod, during your interaction with the Hooded Lanterns. Petra Eisner, the commander that you met, she mentioned that a powerful warrior had brought in a bandit to the village. And Farron said, "Did he happen to have a moderately sized golden rod?" And Petra said, "It was huge." Yes. Very,
Nice.
very good times. So, gentlemen, shall we begin?
Let's roll.
Time is nigh.
All right. When last we left our adventurers, the party was on their way to the Chapel of St. Brenna, traveling down Champion's Way in the Outer Ruins. They were wrapped in battle after being ambushed by husks of reanimated life forms who were drawn to Bulk, currently radiating delirium energy after a scientific incident. Diedrich and Daniel skillfully escaped danger while putting down the monsters, but Bulk and Farron continued to fight recklessly, suffering the loss of Millie, again, despite getting a second chance, and being exposed to the contamination, respectively. As they were catching their breath, more husks began moving towards the party, who promptly ran, leaving the monsters to stalk the haunted and haze-filled streets. Shortly afterwards, they heard the sounds of galloping horses coming from the same direction. The party quickly hid in one of the decrepit townhomes, but aroused the suspicion of riders who stopped to investigate. The heroic and valiant Diedrich Steelbelly moved to attack the first humans they've encountered in the ruined city. But the experienced Danielus identified the group as Hooded Lanterns, a group he knows as the former City Watch of Drakkenheim before the meteor fell, returned to the city to establish law and order and a restoration of the old monarchy. This group identified themselves as part of Scout Company, following a lead on high rattling activity in the north. As Danielus attempted to shake the Lantern's interest, Farron narrowly managed to stop Diedrich from ambushing them, but blowing the party's cover in the process. The conversation continued, with the Lanterns blaming the group for riling up the Husks, who they referred to as walkers, and losing one of their men, before offering them a chance to put petty scavenging behind them and help Drakkenheim return to glory by joining the roster of the Hooded Lanterns. The party declined the offer, but seemed interested in potential work as mercenaries, with Maximus Goldenrod already winning acclaim in that way. With both groups dissatisfied with the other, the Lanterns rode off, the leader identifying herself as Lieutenant Petra Eisner. As they continued on their journey, the party finally concerned themselves with Bulk's recklessness and took efforts to conceal his octarine glow. Danielus gave them a better understanding of the current danger areas of Drakkenheim and revealed his first concrete goal. He intends to make it back to his hideout and base of operations within the city walls, the cosmological clock tower, to retrieve something lost to him. But first, they must secure a route through one of the city gates. Finally, our adventurers reached the Chapel of St. Brenna, the domed structure that rises above all of the crumbling homes in the area. A stealthy approach to the chapel was stymied by Bulk, who ripped off his concealing headgear in a claustrophobic fit and alerted a group of knights who were also at the chapel. A truly gooby encounter began at the side of the turtle, bathed in the light of delirium. Pulling a classic Farron move, he tried to defuse the situation to no avail. One of the men mentioned specifically that they were warned about the glowing ones. After an awkward skirmish, bloodlust eventually takes over Diedrich and Danielus. The latter commanding Barkis to chase down the retreating men and rip out the throat of the knight in command, Sir Landry. The last thing the knights hear as they escape the chapel is Diedrich Steelbelly! As a soft rain starts to drop against the domed roof, the party now stands alone in the Chapel of St. Brenna to retrieve a scepter that Blackjack Mel believes lies somewhere in the chapel grounds. What awaits them, and what will they do with the scepter if they find it? Let's find out. So, gentlemen, you had mentioned that you probably wanted to take a short rest here. Is that correct?
If possible.
Big nap time.
Hey, you guys are free to do whatever you would like. If you'd like to risk it,
It
it's up to you.
is a bit of a risk.
Could
Do
I
we
stand
see any
watch?
danger in this vicinity of the tower? Like, do we observe spookiness and or goopiness?
I mean, you're completely alone.
Could I stand watch while everyone else takes a little snooze?
I think we'd only really have to relax for an hour.
Right.
Yeah, it's only an hour. So, as I eat a cat. As you take a short rest, you can watch. You don't have to not take the rest. So
Okay.
that's up to
Okay. Yeah. Then I say let's take the short rest.
The only thing I'm hesitant about, I can't remember. DM
Why don't you guys have this conversation in character?
True. Okay.
If you have something for me, then you can ask me.
I'm taking a nap. I'm tired.
All right. Let's get suited up then. We'll form up camp, form a watch, take a breather.
Diedrich's hiding under a table.
Okay, so it sounds like you guys are going to take that rest.
Yeah.
And you're going to risk it. Okay,
For no other
very
reason
good.
than probably already rolled it on Beyond 20. So,
Well, that's not what you should be doing. So those rolls you did before, those do not count.
oh, okay, wonderful. Okay, good.
Those do not
I'm
count.
still doing it anyway. Can't tell me what.
And you can't do that until the end of your rest. And we haven't got there yet.
Okay,
So
valid.
all right. So remember, nobody rolls anything until I say so.
You said push the
Yay.
button.
Before we start taking our short rest, Farron's gonna use his last key point and try to do some healing to himself. You're just gonna see he's just gonna
Okay.
kind of like trace his little like pathways, find the blockages, and just like free him up, and then do his healing hands.
Okay, go for it. Roll.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the button. All right, so I'll heal for 5, and then I'm all set.
Okay, cool. All right. So, as the party settles down for their short rest, I'm going to give you a proper description of the chapel and kind of your surroundings and what you can see. And then we'll get into kind of what you're doing during your short rest. So the deteriorating chapel of St. Brenna lies atop the small hill in the middle of the residential neighborhood. Despite heavy damage, the domed slate roof is intact. At the front of the tower, you saw two cylinder shaped towers that flanked the arched double door entrance. One tower on the left here has completely collapsed into a mound of stone rubble, um, about 10 feet high. So it's a lot of rubble. Leaving a great breach leading into the chapel. So from here, you can see the outside of the chapel. The other tower remains standing, and it kind of goes up to the roof level. So the stairs don't go up; the stairs do go down. But there is a stairway inside of that tower. Piles of debris and stone surround the chapel, and there's quite a lot of debris inside the chapel as well. You can clearly see that this place is falling apart. Inside of the chapel, kind of what you can see now, you can see very elegant arched windows with kind of that classic medieval stained glass mosaic. But most of them are shattered and broken. Also inside of the chapel, at the heart of the chapel is a 3-tiered stone altar, set with a large bronze brazier. There's petrified wood and ashes within the brazier. There are a few prayer benches, and a small altar box laying nearby the brazier. There's dirt, dust, and debris all over the floor. Painted on the walls are like paintings of various saints and martyrs of the sacred flame. The 3 alcoves, which you can see, one at the north, one at the east and west, each holds a large statue marred by time and weather. And kind of each of those statues has an inscription on it. And scattered about the room, there are ruined texts, smaller braziers, and bronze lamps. And the area kind of reeks of like embalming fluid. It kind of reeks of decay inside of the chapel. In terms of the outside of the grounds, just to remind you, you really didn't check anything towards the back area. You did see that there was a walled garden to the east and a footpath going in that direction. And then the horses of the knights are still affixed to that tree out there. They, during the battle and even now, they were bucking very wildly. They did not like all that conflict that was going on. So they're still quite active. So you guys are settling down for an hour. There's kind of some light investigation that can happen, but no strenuous activity. So you guys are free to take it from here.
I want to.
Okay.
How about this? What's the vibe? Because that battle was pretty hectic, I will say. So kind of
Yeah,
maybe, I mean, the
assessing the
battle
air.
just ended, so you guys are probably going to talk about that first and foremost.
Baron's a little bit mentally racked, not expecting to have killed people who weren't contaminated horribly beyond repair. So he's a little bit
I'm
keeping to himself, kind of like kicking dirt.
So I just kind of run over to Barkus and I'm just like, good boy. And I'm like scrubbing all the blood off him and just getting his fur just right. I'm like,
Yes.
guys, that was crazy. I mean, we tried to not go that way, but when he just kept attacking us, I just couldn't allow that to happen. We had to like kind of set our boundaries there.
Arcus actually goes over to where he ripped out the throat of Sir Landry, and he's kind of lapping up some of the blood from when he
Ew.
viciously murdered that man.
Yeah, he is
But he
quite
does accept your
parched
thanks.
after.
Diedrich's gonna carefully carve. You've been impaled by Diedrich Steelbelly into all of his javelins as he's just chatting with the rest of everyone.
Yes.
He's just like, yeah, that was pretty crazy, you know. Kind of wish Bulk you would have laid down a little bit and kind of agreed with us, but you know, whatever.
No, they were being silly
They were
and
being very
obnoxious.
silly.
We just came here to find a scepter, and they're being all ridiculous, doing the weird stuff.
I'm
Well,
sure
if
we'll
you guys are down to rest, I'm down to go on the other side where there isn't all this blood and kind of just post up if we want to alternate kind of taking watch.
Yes, Millie is very tired. I must put her to nap time.
So on a short rest, you guys aren't going to sleep or anything. You're kind of imagine you guys are just kind of like sitting in a circle. Like if you were in the forest, there'd be like a little campfire. You guys are just kind of sitting and you're chatting.
Gotcha.
hence why I'm whittling, doing some woodworking.
So why do you think those guys were so adamant on attacking us?
Better to be safe than sorry.
And then, the purple glow.
Yeah, they're just racist. The turtles are an oppressed people.
Keep telling me more about the oppression of turtles.
Mm-mm.
Well, I mean, I feel that. Like, that's my story. But
Tell
I've
your
always kind of
truth.
been on my own since I never had parents or anything.
To anyone who is paying attention, which you guys absolutely would have been, there is no doubt that it was the glowing from bulk that kicked
true.
off that thing.
They did say they've been warned about people with the glow.
Am I
Maybe
glowing? Is it that bad?
It's a bit
pretty
of a nightlight.
it's
Oh.
pretty substantial.
We should probably
It-
do something about that to avoid this in the future.
Yeah, we're drawing in the walkers and we're tearing off the humans. We got to figure something out.
Okay. And I'm gonna cast disguise self to make myself look like just a fat human that's not purple.
There is no way to make yourself not purple.
Oh, that'll just be a purple human.
Okay.
It's close. We're almost there.
So you're going to use a spell slot to make yourself a human.
Yes,
Okay.
because they're racist.
Interesting use of a spell slot, but let's see it. So, give us a little bit about your appearance then.
I'm gonna do my best to understand what people look like. I don't pay that much attention to them, so it's just kind of like a real like Have you ever seen that prediction of what humans will look like in the future with like the no neck and no ears and the flat top head?
Okay.
I was really hoping you were going to lean into the purple and just shift into a grimace.
I mean, is it not grimmy? Not grimmy enough for you?
If you offer me a shake, I'm going to run.
While we're resting, can we kind of like keep our eyes open for delirium, make sure that there's none in our immediate vicinity?
Speaking
Absolutely. So, so there's no, from what you can see, there is no delirium inside of the chapel. If you wanted to search the grounds, that would you could do that.
I think
But
we'll
you
do
would
that
have to
after
be
the short rest. I would rather just stay inside while we're kind of chilling and relaxing.
sure. That's up to you.
I don't want to get ambushed.
We'll keep it easy, keep it light.
Farron, you start to feel kind of weird.
Yeah.
Please roll me a d6.
A D6.
Yes.
Okay.
And just through roll 20, please.
Yeah. 4.
Okay. So it's kind of like a rumbling in your stomach. You let out a pretty like acidic burp, but you kind of push it down and you feel okay.
Whoa.
Are you good there,
Oh.
Farron?
Yeah, I'll be alright. Just gonna be sick.
What?
Exactly. Just basically bubble gutting it over in the corner.
Barkus and I kind of scooch a little further away.
Oh,
Oh yeah, the dog who laps blood. Go away from me, burping.
At least say excuse me.
I start kicking more dirt.
So, are you guys like looking around like the ground? There's quite a bit of stuff on the ground. Are you guys like looking through any of it? So just to remind you, there are there's kind of books and tomes and scrolls, and there's the big brazier in the center. There's kind of lots of stuff. So
I'm gonna look for trinkets for my projects.
I'm gonna go investigate some of the tomes, just see what the book's titles are, see if anything piques my interest.
Diedrich's content on whittling his name into all of his javelins.
Yeah, I just kind of post up against the wall and kind of just hang my head and just kind of keep to myself.
okay, sure. And then remember, there are the 3 statues as well. So
That was on my next to-do list after the books.
okay, sure. So Diedrich, or excuse me, so Bulk, you're kind of you're searching around, you're kind of looking for objects. As you walk up to the brazier, so you can see, and Farron could kind of reliably tell you that every chapel of the Sacred Flame has a brazier in the center of it that is typically illuminated with fire. This is kind of a symbolic thing, kind of like Motel 6, the light's always on. You know, it's an emotional deal. So Bulk, you find 2 flasks inside of the brazier. It kind of consists of an oily type liquid.
I'm taking those.
Okay.
Those are now mine. I'm doing a big scoop.
Are you investigating them at all? Or?
I mean, investigating to know that I want them enough.
Okay.
So I'm going to pick them up.
Okay, so you have scooped 2 random oily flasks and you have added them to your backpack. Incredible.
True to character.
Sure. So in your inventory, you can add 2 flasks of alchemist's fire, is what these are called. Farron, as you kind of search around some of the books and texts, I believe, is that right?
Right.
Right. So you would understand these to be common copies of holy books and hymns of the Sacred Flame. You can see the kind of the Bible of the Sacred Flame, which is called the Song of Fire. Most of it is quite tattered, and they don't contain any rare knowledge or information. But you do find a few scrolls.
Okay. I'm gonna investigate the scrolls.
Sure. So as you open up the scrolls, to you, they kind of seem like just kind of random religious gibberish. Perhaps perhaps they could be something that would have been read by a priest or a cleric, maybe someone who is a spellcaster, perhaps.
Okay. I'll pocket the scrolls for now and just shove them somewhere in a waist pouch.
Okay.
'Cause none of the books caught my eye. I'll just do that for now and then deal with these later.
Very good. You do have a few spellcasters in your party.
I know, but the whole religious thing, I got to figure out who could actually
Yeah,
use them.
Sure. They might be able to read them, but who knows? Okay, cool. So as you guys continue to kind of look around, there are a few. There's a silver holy symbol of the sacred flame. There is a silver ewer, kind of like a bowl type thing. And there are some more vials of oils as well. So are you guys just kind of looking through this stuff, or are you taking any of it?
I want to take some of the vials of oil.
While they're poking through the vials of oil and everything, can I go over to these slain knights and just kind of like straighten up their bodies a little bit, like cross arms, like close eyes, like put them a little bit more decent?
Sure.
And then would I know
Um,
also if they would prefer to be burned or just left? Because I know I ain't got no time to bury these people.
Are you talking about the knights from the
The
battle?
dead ones, yeah.
No, there was only one person who died, Sir Landry, who was
Mhm.
brutally murdered by Barcus, and they
There's
took
nothing.
his body as they were retreating.
Oh, I thought
So
there was someone
there's
who was still dead. Never mind, we're good.
yeah, correct. So there's only blood left. In terms of inventory for the things you guys are picking up, Danielus, you grabbed 3 vials of holy water,
Ooh.
and
More?
yes, so there was the silver ewer, silver bowl, and then there was a holy symbol of the sacred flame. So I don't know who's writing this stuff down, but
I just
That one.
added it to my backpack.
cool. Very good.
Can I ask? Farron, what's this? And point to the symbol.
This is going to be one of the symbols of the sacred flame. It's kind of something that the priest or the followers would have on them, kind of devout.
So it does.
Symbol of power, symbol of unification. What?
Okay.
Yeah, so the symbol itself is kind of like a silver, and it's, imagine it like cross-sized. So it's like a silver goblet with a fire kind of coming out of it. Kind of looks like the brazier that you're looking at here,
Okay. Well,
except it's fire.
Just a
So,
sort of emblem. Some spellcasters can use it if they're devout enough and focus their energies through it.
and it's made of metal.
it's made of silver.
I'm taking this.
Wow. And
Okay.
then I'm just gonna pull out from the side of the pouches. I also have these. I can't really quite make sense of them. If either of you want to take a look at these, and I'm just like not even gonna like try to boost Diedrich's ego and just kind of walk by him with the scrolls.
Ooh, my favorite scrolls.
You can
Sure.
have them if you can read them. Otherwise, back in the pouch.
Well, let's give the old peepers a peep.
Yes, absolutely. So bulk, so there are a total of 4 scrolls.
Oh shit.
2 of the scrolls are spell scrolls of continual flame. One of these spell scrolls is for fairy fire, and one of these spell scrolls you can't quite make out.
I'll trade you the 4 scrolls for the goblet.
Well, I don't need one of these, so.
All or nothing.
Well, I found it. Well, and you gave me the scrolls. I have them all now.
I held them up. I said if you could read them, you could have them. I didn't give them to you.
I did read them. I already have them. They're
I know,
mine.
but I'm just kind of like rolling.
I
Bulk,
say they fight to the death.
Bulk, you would be aware that spell scrolls are valuable magic items.
which I now
Yeah.
have,
No,
and he
get
does
out of
not
here.
have them.
Bullshit. I will fight you for this.
Sure.
I would like to
As-
spend all of my fresh, short rest hit points to engage in Mortal Kombat.
Okay, so Farron and what's your name? Bulk are kind of arguing over these scrolls. Daniels, Diedrich, what are you guys doing at this time?
I'm looking at my flasks of holy water. I kind of want to go up to these statues and kind of just start feeling them around. I'm looking for like a hidden lever or something, fondling. I'm seeing if there's any like hidden levers or a trap door.
Absolutely. Danielus, a man on his mission, is staying focused. Diedrich, what are you doing?
Diedrich is currently misspelling
just
the
chilling?
word impaled.
Okay, incredible. Okay, so Diedrich chilling. Danielus, which one are you going up to first?
I would say the right one.
Okay, the one on the right. Okay, very
Mhm.
good. Um,
That's the left.
I didn't ping that. Steven pinged that.
I didn't see anything. Okay, so so the eastern alcove, and there is an inscription on each of these statues. The one on the east reads Saint Vitruvio, patron saint of Drakkenheim. So he is the statue is quite in a stoic pose, kind of just like that. He has no weapons, but he is fully set in armor from head to toe. But otherwise, there doesn't appear to be anything special about it.
Okay. Can I move on to the next one?
It's up to you.
Yeah, I go move to this one.
He's fondling all the statues.
Hmm
His
Which
grippers.
one?
It's lonely on this track.
Which one?
The north one.
North. Okay. The northern alcove depicts the legendary Saint Tarna. Her statue is quite a bit more ornate and elaborate than the others. So hers is actually in battle. She is battling against a massive two-headed demon with long tentacles for arms. So her inscription says uh, Saint Tarna, but it also has a message beneath it. It says, Saint Tarna holds silver truth that opens the way to the healing light of the sacred flame.
Guys, I think this might be a clue here. It says it's silver truth. Do you guys have some silver on you?
Well, he's trying to take it from me. So
trying to take it. You
do
weren't
I
trying
have
to
it
hit
on
it.
me?
Nope.
I don't
Nope.
know.
Bulk, hand it
Do you-
over. Can I
do
run
I have
over
my
and just kind of like
scrolls?
can I snatch it from Bulk?
You can
Can I do like a roll for something?
Bulk, are you going to give it to him?
No, it's mine.
While he's distracted, I roll up my scrolls and hide away.
No, those are mine too.
All right. So let's try to be cooperative here. let's just put this to bed. Who's taking the scrolls?
Me.
I'll let Bulk have the 3 scrolls he can read.
Diedrich
Okay.
finds a shiny rock.
Okay, very good.
He just
Very
grabs some rubble and rushes up to Bulk.
Okay. Are
And
you
he
going to beat
goes-
him in the head with it?
No, he goes,
Okay.
Bulk, look at this. It's amazing. It's incredible. I'm sure one of their wizards must have dropped it. I'll trade you for your silly piece of metal.
Ooh, it's shiny. Yes, we can trade. He's snatchy over there. Look out.
Yeah,
He's gonna take that from
don't
you.
pay him no mind. I'm sorry that he tried to snatch it from you. I'm making you a good trade.
Very
Very
good.
fair.
The bulk
And-
whisperer steps in
and then I just,
and facilitates the trade.
Rock it to Danielus and like,
Yeah, Bulk. or
wave him away.
Diedrich toss it to me. I catch it, and then I guess I like put it on the statue.
And this is the silver holy symbol. Okay.
I put it around her neck.
Nothing happens.
Oh, oh
Um,
my goodness.
Oh my god.
Did you say who the statue was of? I'm sorry.
Saint Tana.
Saint Tana. Okay. Yeah, I got nothing.
Should we look at the last one?
Can I take it back? I'm going to take that back.
Go for it. And so I go over to
Okay.
the west one.
You guys are checking out the last one. Okay. The Western statue depicts Saint Brenna, for whom the chapel is named. She is shown performing the miracle of resurrection. There's nothing extra to her inscription, just Saint Brenna.
Well, this seems like a bust.
Oh, pun
Oh,
intended.
exactly.
Incredible.
Do we see anything like is her arm outstretched as if to hold a scepter or anything like that?
No, her hands are kind of they're kind of like down, as if she would be casting a spell over a body.
I lay
Right.
down in front of her hands.
Nothing happens.
Oh, okay.
All right, so Brenna's resurrecting, Tana's fighting, and what was the other statue?
Saint Vitruvio is just standing resolute.
Is
Do we
there
spin
any
them
way the
around?
statues are facing? Like, are they all looking at something or one general area?
They're all facing in towards the brazier.
Okay.
I'm cold, and I'm going to throw the oil in the center.
Oh, all right.
The alchemist fire.
Yes.
Okay, cool. What? One moment here. Sorry. Because I'm pretty sure that just like. Okay, very good. So you toss the flask into the center of the brazier. Is that right?
Yeah, like football spike.
Okay, sure. So the glass shatters into the center and it erupts into a fiery explosion. Um, it kind of, you know, it's just an explosion. The fire doesn't last or anything, but it burns out and nothing happens.
That was lame.
All right. It doesn't quite seem like we're finding something on the inside. Should we search the outside?
Are we sure the scepter is here and not in a different building?
I guess we should go towards the
Who
tower
knows?
now. Are we done
Can
with
we
our
go
short
down?
rest?
I want to go down the stairs.
Sure. So I'll say that you guys spent, the first half of the short rest just talking shit, arguing about the whole battle and everything. And the other half of the short rest, you were kind of just poking around. Farron was lecturing you guys over how important all of these artifacts and statues are. So yes, you guys have finished your short rest. Let's just go in order. Farron, are you going to spend any hit die here?
Oh, yeah, I'll send one.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
All right. It didn't roll through. Oh, that wait, which one?
You have to
There we
double
go.
click it, I think. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Point. Got it added. I'm
Okay.
back up to max.
Okay. Bulk, any rolling any hit die?
Yes.
Okay. Do it. Okay. Any more?
No, just the one.
Just the one? Okay.
Yeah, that should top. Yeah, that puts me in a good spot.
So you get your hit die back on long rests. So if you only want to spend one, that's up to you. Okay. Diedrich, any hit dice for you?
Yes, please. I'll take 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Good with that.
Okay, cool. Daniel, is any for you?
I will roll 1. Got 5.
A lot of 5s by our party.
Yeah, for real.
So does that apply a heal?
Yes.
You'll need to do it manually, but yeah, so you can increase your hit points by 5.
Cool.
Okay, cool. All right, so our party is well rested. They feel good. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like to spend one for Barkus? Barkus also has hit die, by the way.
Oh, cool. Yes. So do I just do the same thing?
Let me check real quick what his hit die is, because I actually don't know off the top of my head. Sorry. I think it's. So he has a D8. So you can roll a D8 for me through roll 20. And also you
You
add
got
your
2.
proficiency bonus to it, so he can increase his hit points by 4.
Cool. Heal him up.
Yes, it is done. And he still has 10 temporary hit points, by the way. The way
Nice.
I
Barkus,
see it,
tanky boy.